Today we have Maddie Muzyka, one of the members of the Canadian Agricultural Youth Council, and she is here today to tell us about kind of what she's been doing and a little bit about her background. And so thank you so much for being with us today, Maddie.
Thank you for having me. So I grew up on my family's grain farm south of Battleford, Saskatchewan. I'm in my fourth year of agronomy at the U of S. This summer, I worked at Richardson Pioneer as an agribusiness student in Elrose, Saskatchewan.
So Maddie, tell us a little bit about how you got to be part of the Canadian Youth Agricultural Council, kind of the application process, and then a little bit about what your jobs and responsibilities are on the council.
So if I recall correctly, you answer questions online and contribute any ideas you have that could positively impact the Canadian ag industry. Once the finalists are selected from the first round, they will answer questions using videos. Once the videos are complete, the individuals in charge of the Canadian Youth Ag Council will reach out and ask more questions to get to know the individual better. We are an advisory body to the minister and the ministry. The council is commonly consulted by industry stakeholders and internal ministry teams to provide a youth perspective on new policies and initiatives. Each member that was selected represents youth voices in agriculture across the country, has an opportunity to provide input. As a council, we have the opportunity to set attainable goals and discuss our common interests. Within the council, there are different groups that focus on agriculture education, career pathways, and other topics relating to agriculture that the council has made a priority.
Maddie, you came from a grain background. Have you been advising the council mostly on grain related topics, or have you been kind of advising just on general topics that have come up so far on the Canadian Youth Agricultural Council?
We have been talking a lot about just general problems within the ag industry, like the lack of agriculture education seen in curriculums across the country. And we've also been discussing Canada's Green Agriculture Plan, in addition to the National Agriculture Labor Strategy.
So, Maddie, you were mentioning that this is your first time on the council. How important do you feel being part of such a very high profile group, and kind of what other goals do you have while being on the council?
To be a part of council so I can represent the farmers in Western Canada and give them a voice at the federal level. I want to make sure that the federal government recognizes the hard work our farmers do each and every single day. And I want to make sure the federal government is aware of the agronomics that go on behind the scenes instead of just implementing policies that could potentially harm or affect Western Canada agriculture production.
Thank you so much for all the information, Maddie, and we wish you all the best on the Canadian Youth Agricultural Council.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.